Have you ever agreed to do someone's a favor and you immediately regretted that? The moment the word yes came out of your mouth, your stomach dropped. And now you're stuck doing the work that you don't want to do. And for a person who doesn't even respect you, while you're secretly angry at yourself for being such a pushover. We tell ourselves that we do this because we are nice people. We say that, I just don't want to have conflict. Or I want to be helpful. But you know what? That's not a kindness. That's fear. You aren't helping them because you want to. No. You're only helping them because you're terrified of what would happen if you say no. Will they get mad? Will they guilt trip me? Will they leave me? And if you feel like you're being a side character in your own life, it's not a coincidence. You have been conditioned, no offense, but just like a dog in experiment, to trade your freedom for their approval. But don't worry, because today we are going to break this conditioning. To stop this, we have to take a look at B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning. This is the behavioral science that governs how we learn. It says simply, if a behavior is rewarded, it will be repeated. If a toxic boss will yell at you and you will apologize just to keep the peace, you just gave them a quickie. You taught them that yelling equals compliance. If a friend will guilt trip you to change your plans to accommodate them, you taught them that guilt equals control. So you have accidentally trained the people around you to treat you poorly. But the good news is that you can untrain them. You don't need to be aggressive. You just need to stop delivering the reward. And here's the 3-step protocols that will cut the strings. Step 1, kill the urgency. Alright, so protocol step 1 is to kill the urgency. Manipulators rely on speed. They want you to answer now. They create a false crisis. I need you to do this right now or everything is ruined. Because they know if you have some time to think, you might say no. So your defense is the time gap. Never agree to a request that is made in the same conversation. So memorize this script. Let me check my finances and calendar and I will get back to you. If they push, if they say that I need to know now, you gently tell them, if you need an answer right now, it has to be no. If you can wait, I might be able to make it work. By slowing down the interaction, you switch from emotional brain, which is so easy to manipulate, to the logical brain, which is impossible to control. Step 2, the gray rock method. Protocol step 2 is for the people that you can't just cut off. Maybe it's a boss or a family member or your classmates, that they thrive on your reaction. They want to see you get angry, sad, or defensive. That emotion is their fuel, and it makes them feel powerful. So we use the gray rock method. Become as uninteresting as a gray rock. If they try to bait you with an insult, you say, interesting perspective, or question their insult. If they say something to you, what would make you think that? Or could you elaborate on it? Because this will make them feel stupid. If they try to guilt trip you, just say that, I'm sorry that you feel that. I'm sorry for what you've gone through. No anger, no tears, and no long explanations. When you stop providing the emotional fuel, they eventually get bored and move on to a different target. And you become unfun to manipulate. Step 3, stop J.A.D.E. Protocol step 3 is stop J.A.D.ing. This is a mistake that nice people will make. When we finally gather our courage to say no, we feel like we need to soften the blow. I can't come because I have to study, my mom is sick, I have to babysit, I have to do this, I have to stop this. When you justify, argue, defend, or explain, you're giving them the ammunition. If you say, I can't because of money, they will say that, oh, don't worry, we will lend you the money. Now you're trapped. You just turned the boundary into negotiation. Let's normalize that no is a complete sentence. You don't need a lawyer to defend your boundaries. You just need to state them. The right people will just accept and respect you for it, and the wrong ones will get, well, they try to attack you. And that's good because you just found out that you're the wrong ones. So here's the bottom line. You teach people how to treat you. If you want to stop being controlled, you have to also be okay with being disliked. You have to be willing to let people be angry at you and be okay with it. Now, I know this is hard. You need immense amount of emotional control. If you freak out internally every time that somebody is mad at you, you will cave. That's why I practice stoicism for 7 days to build a mental armor required to hold these boundaries. Watch my experiments on stoicism right here. It's the perfect software upgrade to run alongside these boundary protocols. So see you there. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of the video. I really appreciate you. Take good care of yourself, and I'm very proud of you that you're trying to set some boundaries and stay on it. Stay strong and go on. See you in the next one. Bye bye.